Just having a bit of a play this afternoon with this very old AOR AR2002, and sort of made me think, since we've got this bit of test equipment out, how good was the sensitivity? I mean, AOR, always a very respected brand, and some really, good results out of a lot of their high-end gear. The 2002 was kind of more their, budget range, I suppose. This used to sit in a workshop and be used just for some off-air monitoring, from what I can ascertain. But very interesting. I've just been having a bit of a look at the signal where we're only putting in just over a microvolt there, but when I come down to 0.7 odd of a microvolt, you can see we're still doing extremely good at 25 megs. Now, when I get down to 0.5 or so of a microvolt, there's still just a little bit of signal there. I can just hear a little bit there. So it's not quite, what we'd expect. Let me squelch that for a minute. Of a normal HF receiver. Although it is fluctuating, it's coming in and out. 0.5, as you can see, I'm sort of just breaking the squelch every now and again, which tells me, probably right down the bottom of its range, is probably not great. It's good, but it's not great. So let's have a look at 144 megs. We'll just see whether they could hear a bit there. There we go. And I suppose we should actually hit the level button. And let's just increase some level. See when we start to see it. Let's maybe unsquelch it. Okay. Now, I'm finding that as I go down... Yeah, okay. What I might do is change... I think I know why that's doing that. I'm just going to change my input over here. And I think for the lower level stuff, yeah, I reckon that's what's going to do it. Let's have a look. Oh no, on that input, 0.7 is actually the max that'll go to there. Alright, so I'm learning something new about this monitor all the time. So let's just change again back to where we were. Okay, so we're putting in 0.795, and it's a fairly healthy, and now I'm down to 0.48, which is sort of just, you call this 0.5 a microvolt noise free. It just, yeah, as I start to come down under 0.5, so acceptable, not too bad. I'm sort of 0.531 with one little signal light coming up. Not bad. What about UHF? Let's put it on 440. Oops, 0. Enter. And just a little curious to see what we get there. Now we're going 0.5 a microvolt and receiving quite well. Look, you know what? Overall, and just for you people that are more wanting to see in dBm, can I change that? Oh yeah, I can if I go to level. So that's a minus 118. So that's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Let me change that to. Can I get it down to, the light's just gone off. I can still hear it at minus 122. Losing it at 123, 124. Not bad. Now the big test will be, what about 1.2 gigs? So let's say we just put in there 1, 2, oops, 2 even. Push the button better. 0, 0. Right, now we're at 1200 megs. This will be interesting to see whether or not these things, I'm not expecting, oops, if I put the frequency in correctly it would help. 1, 2, 0, 0. megahertz. Oops. Point megahertz. What am I doing wrong? I'm going half asleep here. Hang about. Okay, so who picked the error that I did then? 1.2 gigs would be very good on a Marconi 2955, but instead we've gone to 999.950. It's of course the test set finishes at 1 gig, so we've just gone under 1 gig. And let's have a look. Let's put our level over there, and at the moment we've got 102.3 dBm, or let's take that over, 3 microvolts going in, so of course we've got a fair bit of signal there. Let's take it down. So at 999 megs, I'm just going to find a bit that I reckon, a part that I reckon about 0.8 is noise free, 0.8 of a microvolt. So as expected, right up that top end, they definitely get a little bit less sensitive. It's, as I'm just playing here, it's not terrible though. I can still hear the tone at 0.596, but definitely noise free about 0.8. So very interesting, this little scanner. Let me just turn that tone down. And the idea of this was, does a 1980s scanner really make it in today's world? And sensitivity wise, yeah, not bad, actually. Passable. This one we need to find a new rubber to go around this, and otherwise, just a bit of a cleanup, and it's probably not a bad little unit. But certainly sensitivity wise, if you needed something to monitor 1.2 gigs, this is probably not your best 1.2 gig receiver, but it would certainly, if you were listening to, say, repeaters in the cities, etc., you'd probably find it'd be all right. But I just happen to have this little moment of interest as to, over the years we used to use these things to listen to police repeaters and amateur repeaters and you name it. But of course those things are flooding in with lots and lots of signal strength. I was wondering, well, what happens when you don't have signal strength? And yeah, look, for something that covers such a broad range, not bad. Not particularly good on 1.2 gigs or certainly 900 megs as a representative test. And not as good as, say, any of the amateur products that are out there. But yeah, we'd probably pass to if you put an external antenna on and had a bit of a listen on some of the 1.2 gig repeaters. Yep, it'll work. Anyway, all right. Well, this is VK3 Charlie Mike, just having a bit of a play, still mucking around with this 2955, I suppose. I must be just trying to find excuses to fire it up and put a signal into it. But no, I was a little curious just what these old beasts could do. So congratulations to AOR, because I reckon these were 1980s and probably late 80s, I'm guessing. But I mean, back in those days, anything that could get up to 1300 megs was really deemed a pretty good quality product for sure. All right, 73s, all the best. VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangamba Lanka, Northeast Victoria. See you later.